When you fill your buckets and pan at the creek, you can do 3 or 4 buckets a day before you probably get too tired. If you're like me, I can come out here and do 4 or 5 and I'm just worn out. 6 tops. Then you step it up and you come to a sluice box and you can double the amount of material you put through it in the same amount of time. Because instead of panning just a little bit in the pan, you're putting it in here with a scoop. I can do a scoop. Here we go. All kinds of them on the market. Plastic are better than metal.
Why?
Because
it catches it?
Most of us also have metal detectors, and you don't want a metal anywhere around the metal detector. But these things wear out when you're working them. But when you screen it down, these things will last long. You're going to collect debris like this. No problem. Don't stand in front of it. When you stand in front of it, you're disrupting the flow of water that blows gold out. Always stand to the side. You can do this. Do it slowly. A lot of times in the creeks, you get built up like that. Find a spot where the water's running fairly swiftly. What you want to be, you're going to have to test this. When you set it up, you want to drop. The drop should be 1 inch to the foot. But that's only a rule of thumb. It doesn't always have to be that way. You could only have 1 inch of drop, you could have 2 inch, you could have 2.5 and be safe, probably. All depends on the flow of water. Faster the water, it's okay. You just don't need to take it that small. In the creek, all your pickers, for the most part, are going to go through an 8. They won't through a 15. So if you're screening here, you better check everything before you throw it away. Because you could have some pickers, small nuggets in there. It looks good. You got your vortex there. Your water speed looks good. The next test is take a little bit of concentrates, drop it in. Don't just drop it. See there? Now look how it's going through that rubber matting. Yeah. Spike it up. You know what this is called? It's a wing dam. A wing dam is the way that you can funnel the water into your sluice box mouth and increase your water speed. When we're dealing with low conditions like this, sometimes that's how you want to do it. And you have to do it because you want to take as much water as you can get your hands on and direct it to the mouth of your sluice box. That increases your water flow, which allows your concentrates to smoothly go through that sluice box. If I was to dump today, and I might as well be panning. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you don't want to do that. You need to find a spot where you can maximize your water flow. And this is pretty slow here. Joe would rather be over here. Truth be known.
One thing you want to do too when you set up the sluice box is look at the natural course of the water. Don't try to change the course of the water in your sluice box. You want it to enter straight and leave straight. Sometimes if you got a rock at the end and you're shooting right for that, that'll throw your water course off in your sluice box. You want a nice straight flow through there. You don't want to put it on a curve or when the water's trying to change course.
If the water's coming from this direction over here, it's all hitting the side of your box, and you're not maximizing the opportunity for an efficient gold recovery. So, Don's absolutely right. That's the problem.
Okay, you want to get your water. All that head box is for is to get your water flowing in. Just like he's got a little channel there. You want to channel your water into the box. See how low I got that? If you look at your rocks, they're moving now, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, problem is again, it's not rigid. You're losing your speed, but I just moved that how much? Not very much. Look at the rock starting to come off. So what you need to do is get that so tight that this doesn't move. You got to get this rigid, right where you want it. It's not going to hurt anything. So, okay, we'll put it right there at the lip right now. And what you do is you tighten that thing way down. That's all right. Yeah, there's a couple in here. Okay, you get it real tight. See how it's not moving now? Look at how Okay, you see how deep it is here? Shallow here, so you got rocks. What you want to do is you want to get it up. Just get it where you get your flow of water in there. See what I got there? Okay, you want to build it up just towards coming, just like Joe has it over there. Sometimes it takes several rocks. Of course, Joe has legs. And we do have people in the club that do manufacture legs for you. There we go.
Like, now it's clean.
Thank you, sir.
Across there and really crunch them down
I did.
along the front.
Then you do a cleanup. But just remember, angle versus flow, rigidness. Because you see how I moved it when I first came over here? Just kind of bowed up. Bring a pair of pliers, tighten those up. Okay, you got material, I'll show you. Just a little bit. Just hand me a scoop.
Oh yeah. The one, the big one
Okay, what you do is you just kind of sprinkle across. See here?
Good question to ask.
See that there? These things always get stuck in there, so that's why I don't really use it.
nice too. That's nice.
What's the purpose of it?
Yeah.
Just when you lose it, you'll find it. To me, it's in a way right there. I wouldn't have it there. But see how you got to build up here? You can reach here and take all your big. Try to stay away from the venturi or the vortex, because that's where your water and your gold go into. And just keep doing it until it fills up. See how it's moving right here? See, if I put my finger close to it, look what it does. See what it does there? You want to leak, you don't want to get anywhere near it. You can get back here. If you get it so full, like right here, all your gold should be right here on the top part of your sluice box. I go in the back. I stay away from the vortex.